It is the grand final of the Dolphin Warcraft Championship Cup. The online world championship is coming to an end. The best of 7 between the top 2 players in the Warcraft world. It is a rematch from Dubai. It's a rematch from the Don't Force Me finals. It's a rematch of the winner bracket semi-final. 40 through Happy to the lower bracket, where Happy destroyed everyone after wins against Starbuck and Sock, and also today, Kaho, we got the Warcraft 3 Classic. The 2 Rara Land champions against each other, the 2 representatives of their respective races, the 2 best gamers in the world. Happy stepped into this tournament 7 weeks undefeated, but 40 wasn't playing many competition. A cheeky show match, a cheeky one-day tournament here and there, but not the B-Cups and nothing else. And then he turned it up and he showed again that he's the big bout machine. When it counts, 40 is online. He is the title holder. He's the defender. Happy wants to get the throne once again. For that, he needs to defeat Fortitude. Let's go.
This is the start of the huge grand final in the huge tournament. And what is Happy doing? Why there is a graveyard there? It's Tedfins.
What the hell? I talked about this.
If I'm in a good lobby, I maybe we're casting another Undead versus Human, but no, this is Tedfins.
I talked about this in their winner bracket semi-final match. There is an incentive to go for Fiends nowadays with the faster research on Burrow, and there's an incentive to go for Pit Lord as the Rain of Fire has been buffed by 100 range, and that is what made Tedfiends quite strong in 2014, because then with the additional range of the Rain of Fire, you can attack Arcane Towers from a safe position. And maybe we're switching things up in that regard again. Happy has refused to play Tedfiends for a long time, but now on the biggest stage, he brings it back.
Yeah, the idea of the Tedfins is as following. We are not creeping as Undead. No, we want to creep our opponent. We want to creep the human, and that's why he is crossing the map. But also Fortitude is opening with an interesting creep road. He still can expand, he probably will, but he decided to creep the orange camp first. And yes, this Death Knight is not late, but he need to chase a little bit. The first coil, first blood to Happy.
There we go. And first of many. The target will always be peasants. Here's the second one, 50 XP and 2 workers down. Skeleton follow up as there's no arcane tower. And if you pressure the human in the main, there's no pressure towards the undead base where we see a super fast tech. Fortitude is no stranger to the strategy, of course. He's been playing this for 10 years straight, and especially 1-2-0 in the Chinese scene has never been a stranger to Tedfiend pushes. They displayed this at Stars War, where Fortitude remained the victor against this strategy. I wonder if he likes that tactical deviation or not.
Yeah, farm number 4 is a statement by Fortitude. I want to expand. I will expand. He's making early Arcane Tower because, yes, with Tedfiends, you know, you don't have ghouls, but you have skeletons. You can send them to the human base, and that's what Happy is going to do. Probably Fortitude will try to creep the green camp, but yes, I think that with farm number 4, with still producing peasants, it means that he will expand. But this expansion is going to be quite late.
Exactly. Lumber is a bit low. Gold is a little bit low. That's the third peasant going down. And that shouldn't be the case, really. Needs more stability, which will be added with the arcane towers. So 40 is going for the 2 base and then unfold his game slowly to go for the ultra late game where human is superior. Happy wants to stop that. With Tedfiends, you are on razor sharp timings. You have very little to work with. You try to rush the tech as fast as possible to go for that destroyer timing and crack the opponent's expansion with it. 4th peasant going down. And that's the game plan for both of the players. Now, there is a coil. Can't allow Happy to get this one. But he does.
This is so important. I feel bad for Fortitude. He's getting more and more behind. I thought that he's going to, you know, get at least this experience, this level 3, but no. Happy will be level 2 soon. He will snipe one more worker. Level 2 will be there. Aura will be unlocked. But you know what, Mr. Neo? this is a moment where Fortitude can take his revenge. Maybe not now directly because he needs to wait a little bit. But in this matchup, after the initial undead aggression, Human will go for defense, and with defense, he will start attacking. Interesting for me that Fortitude is not spamming Water Elemental, right? He has full mana. If I would see this game without the player name, I would say, this is some lower MR Human. He's not using mana efficiently. But yes, Fortitude decided to save his mana until now. And his expansion is going up, but it's late. It's late. Fortitude needs to do something. And why there is another necropolis in Happy Base? What is happening?
I got no clue. Maybe against Acolyte harassment during attack to tier 3. This is where Happy will be most vulnerable. Maybe he's trying to save Lumber as he only has 3 ghouls. Because a necropolis doesn't cost anything, and then he can go for upgrades faster. This will be min-maxed to the gills by Happy, as he's not going back to Ted Fiends, an unbeloved strategy of his without reason.
Yeah, and we saw this idea with, like, for example, versus Warden, when Warden versus Undead can happen, versus Keeper, when this Acolyte aggression can happen. We saw this idea without the Ghoul pool, you go for second Necropolis in order to be able to, like, remake this one Acolyte without cancelling your main tech. And yes, that's probably an adjustment by Happy, just make the second Necropolis, because as I mentioned, if the game would go better, Fortitude would be pressuring Happy, but it's the opposite. Happy is ahead by a lot, and he's going to target even more peasants.
Okay, we need the Water Elementals now. We need the Footmen in. We go for Defend. It is ready. Tier 2 has started for Happy at the 6-minute mark roundabout. This Arcane Tower is the lifeline against Skeletons. Footmen are coming in, greeted with the Nova. Big damage already. Defense got weakened, but cheaper, so it is accessible, but not that impactful. The damage is off a little bit. This one Fiend might make the damage, so the Obsidian statue is attacking to bring this extra damage, but 40 with a masterful defense so far.
Yeah, Leech was almost surrounded, but not quite, and it makes a big difference. There is no more mana on Undead. I think that Happy will pull back soon. We have Defend online. But yes, without mana it's not going to be that easy to keep Fiends alive. But yes, the damage was done.
Oh, Happy.
Fortitude, yeah.
Yeah, Happy is in a bit of trouble here, isn't he? The statue is providing a lot of healing, but everything is hurt. And this is all before the arrival of Mountain King, which will decimate Fiends. He's even bringing in Militia, being satisfied with his lumber to force Happy back even further. Who he has to fall back to go for the Pit Lord and the all-in push, but wait, how is this tech so late? It just started. This was a super big tier 2 all-in.
Yeah, I will try to be a better expert, okay? But as we can see, Happy is bringing the ideas that is kind of hard to understand. I was tunneled visioned into this destroyer push, but why to go for destroyer push if the game is getting that good, right? And as you mentioned, he's dealing so much damage. Tech is late for the Human. There is no Mountain King. And because of that, yes, he invested a lot into early Slaughterhouse, into early with additional Fiends. And because of that, as you mentioned, Tech is late, but I think it was worth it. It was worth every second because he's basically out-trading, out-valuing Fortitude. He's not losing anything for now. He's getting nice regeneration from the statues, and he's enjoying every moment in this expansion.
Let's see for how much longer. Tier 2 is done. Mountain King will be the rescue. Footmen are marching forward, but with the weakened defense, Fiends can actually do something against them. Another incentive to go for Fiends, as piercing damage is better versus Footmen. Lich level 2 can eat... Oh no, he goes for Frost Armor actually. Interesting. Murder of Peasant continues. Archmage almost surrounded here. Had a TP, the boots, the Ring of Regen, all superb. And Happy's push seems to be over for now. And a statue fell against this harass.
Yes, finally, like, first meaningful kill for Fortitude. And yes, the Frost Armor is just the better choice because, yes, you don't want to eat your Fiends, right? You want to keep them alive. Maybe on level 4 you go for a Dark Ritual in order to get, I don't know, Abomination kill. But yes, level 3, look! This Death Knight is getting stronger and stronger. We have 2 towers at expansion. By the way, in this case, backpack by Happy. He's going to deliver orb. I love backpack. Let's witness this beautiful delivery.
It is a beautiful delivery indeed. Am I missing something? Where is the Mountain King? The altar stands still. We're queuing tier 3 and a second barracks before the little dwarf. It's only the Archmage with a handful of footmen and towers, of course. With destroyers, there comes a great solution against it. We have 2 towers, soon to be 3, and a lot of expenses with the shop. Happy also on tier 3, not going for the tavern for the pit lord, but that will be a great adjustment for this push.
Yes, the orb is the orb is basically for now your delivery is a little bit late because we need to wait for the pit lord, and yes, pit lord is now the owner of the orb. As you mentioned, Rain of Fire was buffed, so he can cast it on the human towers without getting burned. And yes, this push was tremendous, and MK is missing. Where is the MK? Fortitude is refusing to make him.
Yeah, that is the big question. Where is Cosmodan when we need it most? Happy's army is huge, but Fortitude's strength has always been survival, the defensive plays. It is quite phenomenal how long he's able to withstand this pressure. Shop is falling now. Mountain King finally queued. He prioritized everything else. Happy is not using the new range on the Rain of Fire. He's diving deep for maximum damage. This is so much. 1000 damage Rain of Fire. And 40 might have to fold here. 1, 2, 3 footies all down. It's an Archmage and the 2 towers.
Yeah, he's going in, he feels that this game belongs to him, that there's not going to give any additional time for the human. Human has literally 1 Archmage, that's it. All of the peasants are going to die. GG is called! First game for Happy. Fortitude was so surprised.
Happy turning the matchup on its head. No more Crypt Lord, no more expansion, no Lich aggression. Everybody was also talking, can we implement the Dreadlord somehow? And everyone forgot about Death Knight Fiend's push. The old strategy from 2019, only a selected games since the rise of the Crypt Lord and the Lich, and in general, the Undead expansion play. The timing pushes have been put to the shelf. There's been dust growing on them, but Happy brings the vacuum cleaner to this old strategy and plays it almost perfectly, and breaks Fortitude in game 1. The first step to the World Championship has been done, and Happy's in the lead. Happy running across sees there's not too much that he can do, but what he can do is to take experience of the map with the DK and skeletons. First Hydra down, new rod, off we go. Of course, also Paladin creeping with the Acolyte harassing a little bit. These early game skirmishes. But Acolyte is saved, and creeping continues.
Yes, as you mentioned, it's interesting to see what Happy is going to do. And look, he now is making Graveyard, but not for Fiends, I think, just for Slaughterhouse. And he's going to creep the middle. With double green creep, he will get 2 nice permanent level 2 items, and he will get level 2 Death Knight. But Pala Rifle player is creeping. Pala Rifle getting level 3 is very, very sweet, of course. And yes, there are still questions to answers, right? It's, can you win with Death Knight first versus Pala Rifle? That's another question. Not Ted Fits, but Death Knight 1 base. Happy is pulling back probably to get, yeah, Rogue Golem camp.
Tier 2 Expo, huh? We'll see if that works out. Cool. Lost to the creeps. Interesting that this happens.
5,000 people saw Happy losing Ghoul to creep. So if your favorite streamer is going to lose a unit to creep, it happens, okay?
It does happen indeed. First offensive move by Fortitude. At least he's moving into that direction. But doesn't scout the creep spot here. Wasn't able to do much damage either. Tech is halfway with the graveyard as well. Fortitude doesn't need the mass stability that he would have needed against the Crypt Lord with mass towers and high number of riflemen. He can tech rather early in comparison, and he's also now going for militia creep.
Yeah, so Happy is probably going to push 1 base. I think he could expand, but remember, Pala Rifle push comes very early, and I don't know if he'll be able to hold the expansion, but he got nice item, he got nice experience. He got level 3, but the question is, what's now? What's now? He got his level 3, but Pala Rifle is also level 3, and Blood Mage, as a second hero, is pretty good. Fortitude, but Boost of Speed, it means that he's enraged. Look at this Paladin, very fast. And why you buy Boost of Speed versus Undead? To land more Holy Lights, basically, faster. Right. So look at this Paladin. It scares me, even though I'm a Pala Rifle fan. This guy is scary.
It is very short legs for Uther, but a very good movement speed. Happy prepared for this with an Arubian Tower forward. We can see a bit of Chinese Paladin maybe towards the Acolyte. It's a very fragile state. Tier 3 has just started, and he'll probably sacrifice his town portal now, go for the economy, do some damage, take Happy off the map, reduce the creep speed, and then portal back home to safety to continue with more creeping. Ghoul saved by the coil. Pitlord second with cleave. That's crazy. Next Holy Light is not ready yet as the town portal was used. Dude, this was considered an unoptimal strategy because of Banish, but now Banish has a cooldown of 4 seconds, and maybe that makes the Crypt Lord viable, especially with maybe a Wand of Negation against the Banish as well. The patch coming in full effect in this matchup.
Yeah, I can't agree more. This is very true. If you don't know, Night Elves are trying to squeeze Pit Lord as a third hero versus human because of this Banish cooldown. And as you mentioned, Neo, I think you are very right. That because of the changes in the patch, Happy wants to try this strategy, but with this strategy you need to have healthy and chunky Pit Lord with a lot of items, with a lot of survivability in front, fighting with Cliff versus Rifles. For now it's just level 1, but he has 2 nice items. But yes, Fortitude is ready, Fortitude is operational, and Fortitude is running very fast with his Paladin.
Okay, that the chat is screaming for a Temple of the Damned. They want to see Unholy Frenzy Pit Lord, and I gotta say, I agree with the Twitch chat. That would be a huge adjustment. Against this strategy, I'm not an expert at Pally Rifle, Mr. Soul, but in this tournament, whenever there was adjustments to Pally Rifle, Thok has displayed this versus Starbuck. Griffins were an answer. Is that possible versus Undead as well?
Mr. Fortitude is very how do you say, conservative with Pally Rifle strategies. He usually doesn't go tier 3. It's quite rare for him to have like this tier 2 expansion, fast tier 3. I think that he still will try to push, you know, because he's like, okay, rifles are good, Blood Mage is good, I will just push. Of course, there are solutions. In the past, the number 1 solution was what you mentioned, just banish. Banish the Pit Lord and outvalue the Undead while he's in the Banish prison, but now with those 4 extra seconds on cooldown, it's not going to be that easy. And as you mentioned, even if you are going to see a Wand of Negation, I would be so happy to see that, yes, Happy is going to experiment with this, because we have 4 charges now, so it's twice as effective. But look, Pala Rifle push is coming. The brute force technology, as we mentioned in Pala Rifle University, there is no additional layer of complexity, there is no tier 3, there is no expo, just rifles and Paladin. Pure Pally Rifle.
But Soul, this is a Dark Ranger. Happy is not playing a Lich. Is this the first pro game in a decade or so where I'm not seeing a Lich third? Oh boy, that Blood Mage is in trouble. Happy is getting the surround done. Invo Potion, can he break that surround? Looks like it. Rifle damage raining down on the fragile ghouls with stutter stepping. The Pit Lord can't reach. He's not doing anything. Howl of Terror. Now the cleave comes in. It's only level 1 and it's not that well equipped. The items are all supposed to go to the Pit Lord anyway. We need a Holy Light and we get that Holy Light. There's a town portal ready for Fortitude to use. Coil! Oh my god! He gets the Holy Light once again. So that was a bit of a waste here in the mana department. Statues are falling and Happy is in a world of trouble, but the Coil executes the Blonde Devil.
Undead lost a lot though, and even though Blood Mage is dead, it's just level 1 hero. Militia is coming to make the shop, but Pit Lord is almost level 3 and he's getting chunky And Cliff is going to be amazing. Later, Hall of Terror used. There is no this annoying Blood Mage to take Undead mana away. But again, Undead lost a lot. 10 supply advantage for Fortitude. He's not stopping. Blood Mage will be back soon. But for now, Paladin is very low. And Crippler is surrounded. It's a good idea. I don't even know he's cleaving.
I don't know either. He needs so much damage. That was the last coil. Can he keep the surround closed? Otherwise, it's useless. The Holy Light is ready, but he has to retreat. It's way too much damage, and this will only intensify. Dark Ranger with the orb. Happy with... If he has a Dark Ranger with orb, he goes life drain too.
That's very possible. And level 3 unlocked on Pit Lord. He's getting stronger and stronger. Blood Mage is in the middle of the map. Can he make the impact? Happy is holding this better than I thought. I was about to criticize the silence, but no, silence actually paid off in the weird way. And now we need to spend our mana because the Buzzkill, the party killer, the not working internet. I don't know what else horrible I can mention in the German gamer community, because Blood Mage is back and he's going to break the Undead fan with the Siphon mana.
Oh my god. Happy game 1 playing Ted Fiends against Archmage expansion. Happy game 2 playing DK Ghouls Pit Lord Dark Ranger on map 2. And so far it's looking incredibly promising. All the work of the past couple of weeks line up towards this. He wants to dethrone Fortitude, something that he wasn't able to do in 8 months. And it's looking really good. How many answers does Fortitude have prepared?
Yeah, and Fortitude is not going tier 3, he's not expanding, he's still sticking to the Pali rifle in this pure form. And I think it can backfire, Neo. Yeah, I think it can backfire. He's upgrading his rifles nicely, but the longer game goes, the bigger effect of Crippler is going to be.
And I also think, I'm not too sure, but the cleave effect ignores armor, I think.
That's what the description of the skill says, is a physical damage that ignores armor value, not the type. So yes, the Devotion Aura doesn't help. 2 rifles and also armor upgrades, they don't help versus Mighty Pit Lord, if I understand it correctly. Of course, Twitch chat knows better. I just trust them.
They always do. We got a Book of the Dead. We got still the big Invo potion on the Pit Lord. Fortitude needs heal scrolls for sure against this cleave. Happy scouting on the left-hand side. Do you have an expansion? No, that's great. We got an Abomination transition with Disease Cloud up at the ready. And that is more AoE to already great AoE. Fortitude willing to fight at 50 food. Currently he has a supply advantage, but the tech deficit.
Boots of Speed on the Pit Lord. Happy is building a monster here. Look at him.
Also, Talisman of Evasion. He's gonna dodge some shots. When will the life drain? Oh, he's still going Black Arrow despite the Orb of Corruption. That is interesting. Ghouls are falling. Here's the Banish. Gets rid of it with the Dispel immediately. That's what the Wand of Negation is for. We got the Book of the Dead. Fortitude. Is that really the fight you want to take? He's so close to the Pit Lord, who had some issues going into the fight before. Not anymore though. Blood Mage 50%. He doesn't have to face a Nova, of course. Happy's forces falling apart against the strong state of the rifles, and the heal scroll is worth so much. Needs another Holy Light on that Blood Mage soon, but the damage is of course calculatable. Plays it safe, goes for the rifle, and the stutter stepping of Rifleman is of course dangerous.
You are 100% right, Neo. Respect to you. Wand of Negation with 4 charges gives ability for the Pit Lord to charge into those rifles. And I'm just looking at this in shock. Look at this Pit Lord. Look at him.
Ooh, it can be banished now. Has no mana for Howl anymore, but there is no heal scroll no more. We need a ton of healing. These rifles are falling apart now. Happy was down to 33 food, but 1 kill after the next against these rifles, and also using Black Arrow for some skeletons. Now, with the help of Militia, the last stand, can Fortitude again turn this game around?
Put this help into question mark or whatever, because Pit Lord is going to help this militia and not the type of help you want. Happy is not pulling back. Happy is busy applying cleave. This Pit Lord.
Unbelievable. 12,500 damage. 14 minutes in. This is ridiculous. The life drain, the siphon mana comes in too late. The rifles are falling apart. Happy is down to 3 heroes though. But what more do you need when you have mighty Brutalis?
Holy Light connected to the Dark Ranger. Hero has fallen, but the rifles are dying as well. Supply is very even, but Happy has this late game potential with even bigger Pit Lord.
And Abomination's coming in. 40 needs masses. He needs more riflemen. He needs more damage on top of that Holy Light. That was a beautiful snipe. Happy doesn't feel comfortable without Dark Ranger and pulls back. What a game, Soul!
That's crazy. I was like, oh, I'm going to join you and we are going to cast 5 games on Archmage versus Criplord. Is it different? It's very different. And on the north, expansion for Happy. He was able to reduce the amount of rifles, and because of that, he bought himself enough time. For that, what is Human doing? Human lost a lot of lumber. Mr. Fortitude is making the shop. He's tier 3, finally, but for now, I don't see any value for tier 3, but who knows, maybe the answer to this huge Pit Lord is Orb of Slow, but you can't afford Orb of Slow that you don't have gold. Look what is happening in the human base.
He fooled Happy a little bit, staffing in with the tele staff, no TP used, and Happy is going back. I was about to say the same thing. Orb of Slow from a Blood Mage should shut down the Pit Lord, or at least debuff him a little bit so he's not that crazy. Fortitude has tech to tier 3. Happy got that second base up. We are going to round 2.
Yes, I have a funny joke, but maybe not that funny actually. What if Blizzard didn't test interaction with Wand of Negation and Orb of Slow effect? It's going to make a critical error. And the game is going to restart.
Well, then I blame you. You are sole QA, man.
There is no way. There is no way this is going to happen, but I will definitely keep eye if the Dispel is not going to affect Orb of Slow effect, but for now we are talking about Orb of Slow, but I don't see this item in the inventory. Why? Fortitude can't afford this. He has 4 on gold because he's so broke. Now he has 5. Okay, but 1 peon, a peasant on lumber. Neo, this looks so good for the undead. The only hope is Pala Rifle Nuke. Paladin has strong Holy Light, level 3, Banish has less cooldown now because on level 2 of the spell, level 4 Blood Mage is 2 seconds. He will try to push again. Let's check the Pit Lord. Big Invul, 2 Gloves of Haste, 1 Cloves Boots and Talisman of Evasion. Pit Lord is ready with level 4, 1000 HP. Let's go.
And the DK has 5 charges of the Wand of Negation. How can you do this? Double heal scroll, of course, nice. The physical damage is raining down. He's going to banish the abominations at the moment. Take some regen away. New rifle is falling. Oh, the flank from the right-hand side. You gotta kite as if your life depends on it. Blood Mage in a little bit of trouble, but again, no Nova. So the undead nuke isn't that strong. Banish on the Blood Mage once again. How many charges we got left? 3 on the Wand of Negation. More damage. This time, Banish used to save the rifle, but the interaction means you get more damage from the coil, and that's what he's using. 2 mana potions. 40 down to 37 food, and again, a broken economy. Runs out of the tether of the siphon mana immediately. Mass A-bombs with Cannibalize.
Yeah, I'm laughing because I see randomly one abomination busy eating something. And yes, Cannibalize in minute number 18. Who thought that it's worth it? Happy thought, and he's proving that this is how you play undead. I thought that Happy is like less creative. Now Happy was one of the most creative players that I have ever seen. This is beautiful. Even though Pala Rifle is dying.
Oh my god. The Banish again. He still has charges. 2 more. Blood Mage gets the Holy Light. Fortitude with the disease cloud everywhere. Getting some damage in on this paladin. This is scary. We still got the Wand of the Wind if you want to negate the Pit Lord even further. Rifle numbers are growing. We still don't have any benefit from the tier 3. Blood Mage in a little bit of trouble, but the Holy Light is at the ready. Next heal scroll, last heal scroll. They're fighting as if their life depends on it. Happy 66, 40, 43. Paladin he didn't kill much in the past, right? We talked about the level 3 Holy Light when the Dark Ranger fell. Since then, we have 0.2 levels. This is like no improvement at all.
Yes, Happy has big units now, right? Dark Ranger got some HP as well with the level up. There is not that easy for Polar Rifle to kill stuff without MK, without Gryphons, and now there maybe he's going to get one Abomination. Ward out the wind on the Pit Lord.
Pelly
It's very good.
is about to die. He is dead, and without the Paladin, there is no hope. Death Knight, Pit Lord, Dark Ranger, Happy with the 2-0 and another solution to the Pally Rifle. What a game! Emperor blows ahead 2-0.
Well, this game is everything. It's I saw sometimes people like, hey, Neo, what is your favorite game ever of 2025? This is my favorite game ever because it highlights the creativity of Happy, basically. A lot of undeads gave up, that Palarf is just too strong. Do you see these guys? Cancel the graveyard, have faith in the Pit Lord, dispull the Banish, play without Leech, play Dark Ranger, and with Happy Micro on top of that, win! And of course build a chunky Pit Lord. We need a chunky Pit Lord recipe. Okay, we are on Echo Eyes. On Echo Eyes, we expand. Even if it's Polar Rifle, I'm going to expand. There is no graveyard. There is no fast altar. It's going to be Crypt Lord, most likely. Dreadlord!
No.
He wants to win the title for the most creative player in the world, because in this patch also Dreadlord got buffed. I was like in the past, okay, Happy is like reading these patch notes or not? Is he going to show something creative? Happy is like, maybe somebody may challenge him to like test the patch, basically. Guys, this is how you test the patch. He's using like every single change. Dreadlord in tournament that big, that's beautiful.
We've seen it from Labyrinth. We've seen it from 1-0, but we've rarely seen it from Happy. In the B Cup, he's played a Lich first, and that was make us gasp. Happy is moving away from the Crypt Lord, but no, Dreadlord it is. Against...
Hey, trivia question. Yeah, I want to say that. Trivia question. He played, that's my bet, the most games of Dreadlord versus Polar Rifle in Happy history. On Eco Isle specifically, he has versus Lemes. They played many series when Lemes used to play on Warcraft, when Happy used to play on Warcraft Champions. Happy knows how to play Dreadlord versus Polar Rifle on this map specific. And yes, Fortitude with Polar Rifle. We are going to see a lot of Carrion Swarm laming. Get ready.
Okay. Oh boy. A lot of people said you can play Death Knight and Dreadlord together against the Pally Rifle. You can play Dreadlord second for the sleep, and that counters the Blood Mage. Maybe that is a play that you can do. Also, the Carrion Swarm is a little bit better on level 2 now. 1-0 has shown some plays with Carrion Swarm versus Economy. Just walk to the human base, throw the Carrion Swarms. We'll see if that works here as well, if that is the play. Well, what the Dreadlord is best about is sleep and creep and expand.
Yeah, and we see very modern build by Happy. Haunted Goldmine first before Ziggurat, and it's extremely quick because he sold his altar, right? So Happy is using everything that Undead has to offer. Happy is creeping quickly. What Fortitude can do, how Fortitude can get a little bit, risky, and that's what he's doing. I like what he's doing. He's going to creep the big camp in the middle. He doesn't want to risk it, to go to the potential Undead expansion and get surrounded and get like his rifles killed. He wants to go for the safe option, which is a good option as well. And yes, Polar Rifle players, fingers crossed for the mana potion. And what it is, it's Wand of Mana stealing, not that bad, and I thought I'm not in the future too much.
Nope, I think we're fine. I'm exactly at 4 minutes. 1,
yes,
2,
perfect.
Wonderful. Whew, interesting setup now. Wand of Mana Ceiling can take a sleep away, can take a Carrion Swarm away and add to your Holy Light. Fortitude will probably be on one base here, and then at some point he has to push. In the past, we've seen big tug of wars between them, kiting games that look like marine stim games of StarCraft 2, 10 minutes in the middle, back, forth. But maybe Fortitude can do something before. Boots of Speed, once again, and attack that is running.
is out of position, like he's late to the expo. Happy brought 4 ghouls already, and look at this Dreadlord. Look at this Dreadlord, he's level 3, and look at the Carrion Swarms. Let me tell you, Pala Rifle is strong, but it's not good versus buildings. This Haunted Gold Mine is not going to be counted. Huge Carrion Swarm in the main base of Human, and more Carrion Swarms are coming.
Yeah, a wand of mana stealing would be nice now, huh? Wouldn't it? Economy in shambles once again. So much damage done during the tech. In the meantime, 40 is pushing, unwilling to TP, going for the Haunted Gold Mine. It's at 50% roundabout, but the Dreadlord 3.5, he's killing every single worker soul.
And let me do the math on stream. Human has 1 base that is not mining. Happy has 2 base, one of them is not mining. The result is Happy has 1 more mining base than Fortitude now.
Oh boy.
Perfect math.
Perfect math, that's right. Nobel Prize for you. He can't even break this base with the Pally Rifle. He can't defend at home. He can't break the expansion on the other side. And the Dreadlord is close to level 4. 2 workers dead. Tech cancelled. Expo for Happy up. This is all but a 3-0.
Yeah, Happy has 2 workers on his additional base when Human has 3 workers in total. Hard times for Pala Rifle fans. Fortitude wants to get this Haunted Gold Mine teleport out. The game is still not over. Happy is risking it a little bit. He's getting close to the Paladin with full mana. And remember, there are boots of speed. Fortitude needs to do some big moves. I don't know if it's good that Happy is fighting. I think Happy is making a mistake, Neo.
Oh.
Why he's not coming back to lane?
I don't know. He felt confident. There's more Holy Light, and he needs more Holy Light whenever he can get it. Dreadlord has no TP. The staff is on cooldown as well. Maybe a chance for a surround here, but he was unwilling to go for it. Level 4, Devotion Aura 2 immediately. 3.5 armor to every single rifle while we rebuild the economy. But now we're on one base, tier 1, and all of a sudden the 3-0 isn't that likely anymore. We have supply lead 440, we have even economy, and both heroes are fed to the guilds. We got an even game.
Well, I'm very surprised that Happy decided to fight there. The problem was Paladin had full mana. And you know what? Now Paladin killed the expansion and he can just teleport out, so the laning is not going to be as effective. But as you mentioned, there is still tier 1 for the Pala Rifle player, but with the boots of speed, this game may finish with just mass rifles tier 1. I never seen game like that.
The pressure is crazy. Now, what's the decision for Fortitude? Defend here again. We don't have a Carrion Swarm this time. We will have it in a bit, and then it tears the economy apart once again. Happy wanted to wall off his base. The narrow towers don't do any damage thanks to the piercing damage type. Militia trying to run away instead of fighting it, but the main damage is done at the Haunted Gold Mine of Happy.
Yeah, Fortitude has a plan. Simple. Kill the Haunted Gold Mine, teleport out. There is no expansion for the Undead. And who is going to kill the main faster? Is it going to be Haunted Gold Mine? Happy is trying to repair. This is a very tense moment, because if the main of the Human will die, that's going to be a big problem. We'll see about that. Remember, Fortitude has TP. It's not like that it's his decision when he's going to teleport out. Some militia is coming to repair, but main of Fortitude is going to die. No, he's teleporting.
Oh, he can still commit. He's going... He's not committing with the damage. Pulls the ghouls back. The Dreadlord alone can't kill it. I think there was a chance maybe to just continue the right clicks. We'll see about that. We got 3 acolytes left and the base in shambles. 9 minutes in, no tech. We have 10 workers in total, both sides combined.
Well, tier 1 Pala Rifle at 9 minutes usually is a bad sign, but when we take a supply, into consideration, it's not looking that bad. And Fortitude, this Paladin with full mana with boots of speed, he's like ruling this world. He's the king of Eco Isles. He is known as King of Dubai, King of Dortmund. As a caster, I call him King of Eco Isles. Now, for how long? We'll see about that. He got track of Happy Sleep? Is it sleeps around?
No way! Why are you here alone? There's no reason to. He frees himself with the holy light, the light at the end of the tunnel. Once again, this could have been a disaster.
I thought that the king can pardon himself. He said, okay, you are not going to imprison me. I'm a king. Go away, skeleton, and holy light.
Invisibility potion on the Dreadlord now. There's no dispel, but there could be dust potentially. Not going to use it. We got ghouls on the left-hand side or in the middle of the base. We got cannibalized. We got a graveyard for spirit towers. 40 is making sure that there's no expansion bottom left-hand side, while a couple of rifles are supposed to defend at home, and he's repairing the town hall. Still no tech 10 minutes in.
And yes, Fortitude confirmed that on the bottom left there is no expansion. He, as a true power rifle player, scouted with his entire army. No, maybe not entire, but now the rifles are out of position and sleeps around on the rifles can work actually, but no, it's going to be Carrion Swarm blaming. There is no TP on the fort. Look what he did! He's blocking the rifles with invisible blood, man! Invisible Dreadlord!
He's the GOAT! He is the absolute GOAT! What a brilliant idea. The rifles can't go to safety, but it backfires. The rifles on the left-hand side who don't have boots intercept these ghouls. There was no damage done except this Carrion Swarm, which doesn't lead to a kill. So while this was genius and could have been a bit of a disaster with 3 killed riflemen, Fortitude turns it around, gets the kills himself, and has a shop up. And this region scroll holds so much value.
Yeah, that's a huge value, and yes, I got convinced easily by this invisible blockage, but in reality, as you mentioned, Paladin stuffed back and it backfired, as you mentioned. But Happy is not giving up another Carrion Swarm to just cancel the healing.
Ooh, he needs more regions.
On the bottom left.
Yep.
Yeah, he's not giving up, but the supply gap is big, and yes. If you know Fortitude a little bit, if you know his streams, sometimes he says, who can stop me?
That's
and who
right.
can stop him indeed, because he's marching across the map and Happy army is pretty small.
And he's not going to fight. He's just going for the main. There's no guard tower up, but he can upgrade that now with the lumber mill. This town hall is still pretty hurt. So are the workers. Call to arms. In the meantime, 40 is just leveling up to level 5. Paladin back at home. Is this the moment where we just click on the Dreadlord, or nah, we go for ghouls?
Well, you can click on almost everything now. Paladin level 5 with so much mana. This aggression, you know, he killed a lot, but not enough. There is still enough workers to get the lumber, to get the gold, right? And lumber economy is not that bad, but it bought some time for a Happy expansion, and he actually have 2 towers there already.
Yeah, last time he could only fortify his bases with narrow
Look at the
towers.
ghouls. He's splitting the ghouls. He's like trying to imprison 3 ghouls. And only 1 dies for now to the creeps, maybe? Sorry to cut you off, but it was kinda crazy that Happy was like, look, he's trying to hide his ghouls, you see? He's trying to hide 1 ghoul in the north, behind the gold mine. He's like, Paladin is playing hide and seek.
Every unit matters here in the grand final of the Dolphin Warcraft Championship Cup. Now, the rifle probably spotted the Acolyte move, scouting left-hand side. What I wanted to say, we got the Spirit Towers this time. Lots more damage in the defense instead of just narrow towers who basically just slow you down. And maybe this will help in the defense. Carrion Swarm, not ready. Needs a bit of mana. The Arcane Tower. Oh, there we go. With the Ghoul, trying to kill some units. But I think there's so many lumber workers now, it doesn't really matter as the expansion is not operational bottom left.
Yeah, this is very true, and we have so many rifles with 1-0 attack upgrade. Look at this, Dreadlord is stuffing back, but I think he's stuffing back to steal mana from the Paladin, and Happy way of saying GG. Crazy game, and I think the biggest problem was Happy took 1 more fight than he should, and versus Pala Rifle, making mistakes like that can punish you a lot. The score 2 for Happy, 1 for Fortitude.
Here's the graveyard, and Here's the scout, and here is the Pally rifle build. Similar setup as we had on Hammerfall. Hammerfall was so far the best map, so I will not complain. So here's the scout, but he goes through so far with the Tet Fiends. And we can raise the question, what did the ghouls really do on Hammerfall? Wouldn't it be better to just stick with the Fiends?
Mr. Neo, I need a support. I don't understand this game. He had such a good game on Hammerfall because of these Pit Lord ghouls. He won it like amazingly. That's the favorite game of my life because he cancelled the graveyard, and now he's like, you know what? The game on Hammerfall wasn't perfect enough. He wants better. Okay, show me.
I don't know, man. I don't see the value in ghouls, really. Once 3-4 rifles are there, ghouls are just falling. I think you can still creep super fast with Fiends once they're online. You are relying on your DK alone, more or less, anyway. I like the Fiend build. It might backfire. Yeah. I might be wrong, but I think he has better chances with Fiends, Steven.
Yeah, but he just did it and it worked, you know? Like, it works so good. Okay. Mr. Happy, I think he is over 18 years old, so he can make his own decisions in Warcraft 3. He doesn't need my guidance. So yes, Happy. Happy, do it what you wish and show me the results.
Seiso is supporting my Fiends. Mr. Vez is supporting your ghouls. So we'll see who's right in the end. We do have 4 ghouls though. So this is a little bit of a variation from Tet Fiends. You have more lumber, you have ghouls to creep still, and you can, regardless of the Tet Fiends, still tech very fast. So maybe it's a mix of both of our ideas. Take best of both worlds.
Oh, so it's Tet Fiends without Fiends. So we call this strategy TED.
This is, I think we called it 1-2-0.
It's TED.
1-2-0 Fiends. 1-2-0 was the one establishing this, but yeah, we can also call it TED. That's also fine.
It's like, you know, it's Archmage Gryphons, but there is no Gryphons.
True.
Only Footman, yes. Yeah, I think that he actually made the change is like, he's like, okay, I'm not going to cancel this graveyard, I'm just going to play TED. Because if you cancel the building, right, you pay more.
Yeah.
Right, because there is a penalty for cancelling the building, and so maybe Happy wants to save some money.
That's right. I mean, on Hammerfall, he even lost ghouls to creeps, just showing you how weak this unit is. Then maybe that's the reason. But so far, we're just creeping. Pally is super fast, level 3. Death Knight will also get level 3 after the little mammoth spot in the middle. 40 has to bring the answers now. It will surely be another Pit Lord, right?
Well, now I just don't know. I'm just laughing. I don't know. We have, okay, why we have Ice Troll Berserker? I don't know as well. Rifles are so good. People say that the rifles are amazing. But Fortitude wants to creep faster. Are we going to see Boots of Speed? That's my question. And level 3 Paladin versus level 2 Death Knight. Okay, he got level 3 actually. The first meeting of those 2 amazing players. Coil reaches, happy with experience.
Okay, 3.1. Here's the Pit Lord with the cleave. We are still going up to 7 ghouls instead of the first fiend. Lots of lumber. That is then fast tech as well. Everything is hurt currently. And the first Pally rifle push of the game is coming in. Berserker, good damage. Oh, it's not actually a push. He's scouting. What did you creep? Where are you? What are you doing?
Yeah, I guess he's scouting with entire army. I love it. As a true Pally rifle player. I'm just kidding, of course. But yeah, the idea is don't let this Pit Lord creep, because with every level he's going to be more hard to deal with. Pit Lord is scaling very well. But look at this. We are creeping the middle.
Okay, Happy on the hunt for items. Same can be said for Fortitude, but he wants the consumables. No fight just yet. We want damage and sustain on the Pit Lord. Ring of the Archmagi, perfect. Gives you both. Got the Gloves of Haste as well. Gonna stack this Pit Lord like it's a lich. And Happy had, of course, perfect vision here thanks to the Sentry Ward, which expires now, but is retreating perfectly in time.
Yeah, Yes, 4 skeletons are caught by Pala Rifle. We don't care about them that much, but they still provide some experience. Paladin is on level 4. It means that Blood Mage will have a little bit less experience if you want to push, right? And you probably want to push versus Pit Lord. And let's check his inventory. 3 permanent items already. And what he's going to get? Cloak. That's not a good item. Pit Lord has no time to hide. He needs to work over time.
Well, maybe he can save the DK from a holy light when he stands in the shadows. We're contesting the natural expansion now. Scouting what's going on. Are you teching? But there is a tech to scout. So this is the adjustment by Fortitude against the Pit Lord play. The tech on Hammerfall was very, very late and didn't even do anything. Happy's tier 3 is of course finishing now, as this was one of his priorities. Now, is it time for the Gryphons?
That's a very good point. Fortitude is this time not very... he doesn't want to stick with the rifles. He remember what Pit Lord did to the rifles, and he's going for tier 3. So, definitely we can go for MK. That it's going to bolt all the time Pit Lord, not to like damage him, because it's near impossible, just to control his movement, to don't allow him to get in touch with the rifles. He has a restriction, this order, but doesn't matter. Are we going to see Gryphons? Are we going to see some Knights? That's very interesting, but I think it's going to be about MK, but not really 2 Gryphons Aviary on the way. It's going to be Pala Gryphons.
Pala Gryphon. And what is the follow-up for Happy now? He must have a plan B for a scenario like this. At the moment, the only anti-air he has is a Dark Ranger. And that will surely not be enough. So, we'll see.
Captain America mask on the Pit Lord.
Perfect.
Getting more. Yeah, that's a nice investment. Paladin is here. Blood Mage is creeping the middle.
Going in level 2.3. That's about it. Dark Ranger, is it life drain now? No, still going Black Arrow into Griffins. I don't understand that at all.
I mean, that's a... Going silence. I don't know. What I wanted to say that we got another good item on the Pit Lord. We have Circlet, half Circlet, and 1.5 hit Circlet. So we have in total 3 Circlets, okay? Because Ring of Archmagi, Ring of Superiority, and Circlet is 3 Circlets, okay? Another math on stream, so he has a nice inventory. Gryphons, it take a long time to get online. Happy wants to use his ghouls, probably now, before the Gryphons are online. He knows what's up, and yes, he's fighting right now. I like the timing. Let's go.
Well, the Griffin on the way, 50%. Now Happy knows what he's up against, and he's queuing gargoyles immediately. But 40, 50 food, 1100 gold. This is a big bank that he can work with. Big inventory as well, and he gets a movement speed aura plus attack speed aura. This is pretty damn good for Fortitude, and the game in general looks pretty damn good.
Well, and again, Uncharted Territory is mass Gargs enough versus Gryphons, and Neo, you have your answer. Happy is playing not 3D chess, no 4D chess, but 5D chess, because Dark Ranger Silence is pretty good versus Hawks that can shackle your Gargs.
Okay, well, we'll see if that's the answer here. I'm skeptical, but okay, why not? We get the first fight, maybe 2 Griffins in. This would be perfect. And Happy knows this is not a fight you want to take. But better TP out, but that makes him lose the rest of the laboratory. The calm before the storm here. Fortitude a little low on lumber.
StarCraft 2 mode activated. The orange camp on the lab here is the literally last camp. The last creep went extinct. 1 base versus 1 base. I wouldn't be surprised if Happy would make a shade now, because with the shade technology, you can know. He sold the pendant in the late game.
It's alright. It's alright.
Look at the Pit Lord. So we have time to talk, Neo. It's like... Oh, but look at this Paladin. He's cosplaying Demon Hunter. It's like, I want to holy light some weak units. Welcome. I have Boots of Speed and Endurance Aura. I'm unstoppable.
Yep.
I'm flush.
Easy. Easy. Okay, we'll see who has the better late game here. It all looks like Fortitude is able to take this. He has the better setup. He has great heroes. He gets better units. Happy's answer seems very fragile. Comes down to execution mostly.
Oh, Dragon Hawks are on the way. We are going to see silence on the Dragon Hawks. Are you excited?
I am. I have seen Happy with Dragon Hawks against 120's Undead, and there they looked incredibly strong. But this was in Happy's hands, so we'll see. Also, no Lich against this Mass Air is a huge problem. We'll see how this goes. No Orb, which could be good against the Pit Lord still, but Pit Lord isn't the big issue anymore.
Okay, one ghoul went down. Happy is regretting leaving his base as a real gamer. He feels better in his base. And Fortitude is pulling back. So yes, we have a very rare, this is actually rare in Warcraft 3. We have moment to rest a little bit as viewers, right? Because it's like they're just trying to make this ultimate army. 2 armor upgrades on Gryphons, 2 armor upgrades on rifles, right? So the 0 attack upgrades, that's interesting for me. Happy army looks big. 67 versus 67, Neo. Even supply in minute number 13.
Yes, we get more Dragon Hawks. How many do we got? 4, 6 against 8 Gargs. The question in
Shop control. They're fighting, I think.
Question in chat, does the Pit Lord hit cleave when he has an orb? Nope. And we spam Holy Light to take some ghouls away.
Oh no, he's cosplaying the Undead. It's like Halloween. Fortitude is cosplaying Undead. He's spending his mana to get 1 by 1 unit. And again, Holy Light banish.
Oh, Shackle! Here we go! He gets 3 of them, but what about the Paladin? Has to TP out. Is there enough damage? Gets them. Ooh, little bit of a mispositioning. Got too greedy.
Happy we need to fail police report. He got robbed. Look at the supply. Fortitude out-traded him in the Undead way. Again, banish Holy Light. The Shackles was okay. He paid the price in TP and half HP on the Paladin. But I agree now that Human has a clear advantage. Nice micro by Fortitude. Nicely done.
Okay, with the heal scroll, with the Orb of Slow up as well. Fortitude on the way to tie up this grand final. It's a bit of a stalemate.
Pala Rifle. Yeah, Pala Rifle is the first game that brings Orb of Slow in this matchup.
Oh, we got 4,000 gold still in the main. We got 4,000 gold on the other side as no harass was happening. No expansion attempts. 80 food worth. How is Happy getting out of this situation? It looks like GG.
He is cozy under a blanket in his base. Look how far away he's pulling his Gargs to avoid this Paladin banish Holy Light situation. So yes, Happy's on vacation. Okay, so I mentioned 5D chess before, okay? Have you seen this 5D cinema in some kind of during holidays? You can go, for example, to see Baltic Sea, and you may see 5D cinema. Is like you watch a movie, and there is like a water sprinkler,
Yeah, and they also work with
smell.
Yeah, smells. Yeah.
So I think Happy prefers 5D cinema over 3D cinema because of high creativity. He has so many senses to satisfy.
He's so trapped in this situation. He can dominate the ground, of course, but this game isn't about ground anymore. And Banshees, we talked about the anti-magic nerf, is a lot weaker than it was before the patch. And there's so many Dragon Hawks.
Yeah, we are waiting.
Yeah, we are.
Yes,
we are waiting for the answer.
Yes, we'll see. Happy's making Gargs. In Gargs we trust. 0/0 upgrades. That's a little bit sad. Again, Mass Air versus Pit Lord. Maybe that's the answer from Pala Rifle. for Chinese Pala Rifle University. Let's go. Happy's going in. No more hiding.
No TP. No TP. He needs sick hiding. The Garks are connecting. Siphon on the DK. But yeah, you gotta run with the Endurance Aura. That can help. But the Garks are rather fast. Silence is huge. He can't go for the shackles right now. Silence has to wear off. How much longer? It's not even blinking yet. The ghouls are not getting a connection here. Destroyers, of course, also good damage, but the disengage is fine. What about the ground now? This is where the Pit Lord shines. Dragonhawks are coming back in. Silence lasts forever. Is this the answer? Happy was looking for one good engagement. So far, Fortitude is dodging bullets like Neo.
A still big supply lead for the human player, but as you mentioned, Silence lasts for a long time, and this time it's not Happy hiding, it's Fortitude making sure that his army position is optimal. Militia is coming. I don't know if Happy is going to commit, but the Pit Lord likes Militia actually.
The Silence is crazy. I didn't know it lasts so long. Has to work with the right clicks. Militia is just getting fed to this Pit Lord. Huge damage. Yummy. It's still 80. Food on Fortitude though. He was disabled in that fight, but he couldn't get any damage done. It was also a couple of Gargs falling. And now, Happy, this was the perfect setup basically.
No more mana on the Dark Ranger. Maybe that's why Happy is running back.
Yeah.
He will hide in his base now to accumulate the mana.
Ow. Hozar with the info. 16 seconds on level 1, 20 seconds on level 2. I'm
not asking about level 5 even. Maybe it's infinity.
It is infinity. You're silenced forever.
Into next game even. You spawn your hero and it's silenced for 1 minute.
And now we got the classic Pally Rifle setup.
It's a lot of Dragon Hawks, but yes, kinda classic. Blood Mage in front, Paladin in the back, and rifles are slowly trying to kill a building. How is the mana looking on the mana potion on the Dark Ranger, as you mentioned?
Wow.
This is the carry. This is the carry. He wants to put this silence forever. Let's go. Happy's chasing.
Okay, 12 Dragonhawks versus 11 Gargoyles. Can he shackle all of them? Shackles can be broken as well. Surround, banish, dispel. We don't have a TP, mind you, but a staff. But the problem is the Blood Mage was carrying the Endurance Aura. That's the movement speed aura. He needs a way out. He got a lot of gold. He is slot starved at the moment, so he can't go for a TP even if he wanted to. Very, very unique game again.
Hey, Paladin needs to be careful. Dragon Hawks are back. Where is the Blood Mage? Blood Mage is still in the hospital, so we are fighting with one hero only, and Happy is ready. Happy waited for this moment. 6 supply ahead only for the human player. Happy is pulling back. I think he should fight, and I think he agrees. But it's not that easy to say. He needs to hold his position well. Blood Mage is back, so we are back with the Aura. Endurance Aura is back, and Happy is probably going to visit his room in the Undead University, his dormitory, maybe buy a mana potion. There is still mana potion on Dark Ranger. Shop control continues. Both players are busy shopping.
So imagine you have been in a coma for 3 years, and all you saw before that was like mass destroyers in this matchup, and now you wake up and you tune into back to Warcraft, because that's of course the first thing you do when you wake up from a coma, and you see Death Knight, Pit Lord, Dark Ranger with ghouls and Gargs versus Paladin, Blood Mage with mass Dragonhawks.
That's a very, very, very weird dream that I'm having right now. Who knows? As you mentioned, how the meta will evolve, but this is very extraordinary and is perfect. One Dragon Hawk will slow down, staffed back with the Staff of Sanctuary. 20 years later, staffs are still good, huh?
That will never change. Still heal scrolls, invo potions as well. Happy is basically out of items. And how long does the main last? Oh, 250 gold. That is half a minute. And then what do? You have to take a fight then. But against this air supremacy of Fortitude, you need to hit the perfect silence. Chat is suggesting split the Dragonhawks, so the silence only hits half of them. But I think it's all or nothing. If you only shackle half the Gargs, that's not enough. You shackle all of them.
Well, I've been told by the Twitch chat many times to micro better, so that sounds like a good advice. But yes, in reality, of course, I agree that splitting versus silence is a good idea. One free upgrades on the Dragon Hawks, that's for sure. Look at this, Happy is selling everything he has. As you mentioned, he's getting ready for the final fight. He's not going to camp. We are not going to break the record for the longest game. Actually, is he going to expand? Yes! He sold so many buildings, but it's not like he wants to make a final push. No, he's actually expanding. I'm surprised.
And on the other side, 40 is pulling a lot of militia here as well, but for long distance mining, he could go for a town hall. He has the gold.
Okay, maybe actually we are going to break the record for the longest game ever. What was the longest game that you have ever casted? Like, I don't need to know extra, like 1 hour for sure, right? In your career.
I'm pretty sure it was
1v1 game, not FFA,
yeah.
like 1v1.
I think 1-on-1, the record is at 2 hours, 5 minutes. Shao Ti on Lost Temple.
Okay. A Lost Temple definitely brings long games.
Yep.
But they're dancing a lot.
Who makes the first
Let's
mistake?
Go.
Oh, are we going? Silence on the blood.
Silence.
Wait, that was used. You
Not
used the
Dragon
shackles
Hawks.
now. But is there silence on the paladin as well? I don't think so. He can heal. Who's gonna win this fight? Huge lead for Fortitude. The Gargs aren't free here. We have the heal scroll up as well. Massive damage coming in from Griffins. 40 seems satisfied. Twice the supply. We thought it's going on forever, but it absolutely is not. GG. Fortitude size up the series 1-1.
That's what you need. One moment when both players agree to fight, and as we can see, Fortitude had so much, and as you mentioned, silence on the Blood Mage. Fortitude went in with the shackles, and without silence, the Gargs just died to this damage. Well played by 40. What a game. I don't know. I blame not cancelling the graveyard, okay?
For sure, that made the difference. DK, Ted Fiends versus Archmage expansion. I don't think you can play a rifle push against DK Ted Fiends. That would be a bit suicidal. But hey, this series has it all. Surprise me again, boys.
Fortitude knows, Fortitude scouted with the Footman, and Happy is chasing, but Happy is like, okay, it's not worth it to commit 2 coils into this Footy. And look at this, Fortitude is doing stuff. He's creeping green Murlocs, he's trying to hide from the Death Knight. Smart.
You can hide from the DK, you can't hide from Happy's all-seeing eye. He scouted it with the skeleton, is a little too late to the party. All the little gaps here are plugged, but Coil Harass still powerful. On Northern Isles, he lost 4 peasants. Maybe now with a little bit of warm-up, he can prevent a couple of these. Like right there. Oh, can he? Save Private Ryan. At least he denies it.
Another deny. Okay, Fortitude is like, I think he's playing in his sunglasses now and in some kind of the leather jacket. Because he looks like a boss in this moment. Double deny to assert dominance. Death Knight has 0 experience. This is a completely different game that we saw on Northern Isles when Fortitude was surprised. Now he's back for being a boss.
Okay, this is what we want to see. This is the Fortitude we want to see. How can Happy accelerate from here on out? 2 peasant denies are still 2 peasant kills. This will hurt him in the lumber department, but he has more than enough. Footman, not used for creeping, but to face off the skeletons. With that, the workers should be safe for now. Or will he get a 3rd one? Close.
Big action on the north.
True.
By the way, we are trying to expand. And the fight for the last hit on the creep started.
It's not the biggest steal that you can get, but a little bit of momentum. He's only going for workers at the moment. He makes it 4 again. 2 of them denied, 2 of them killed. But the creep has low rewards. Still got it. Item goes to Fortitude with Mantle and Claws. Big damage.
Big damage in the big game, but also big damage in total on the Death Knight. Happy needs to go back. And it will give time to Fortitude. He was able to accumulate 5 workers, so he's power building the expansion very quickly. The question is what Fortitude is going to do now. He's going to pull the Murlocs from the hill. He knows the map well. He's keeping defensive position while creeping.
Okay.
And now question is, what Happy is going to do? Look at this, another necropolis in his base is the idea to basically survive the mid-game human pressure without getting behind if he will lose one acolyte. That's the idea, because in this game Fortitude is doing much better and Fortitude will be pressuring soon.
Okay, at least Fortitude got level 3 now from the Murlocs. That was necessary after the steals. DK still hurt, no healing. The Fiend is also hurt. He has to creep on Blight. Slaughterhouse is the Achilles heel of the Undead right now. You need the statues at all costs, otherwise the Tet Fiend push falls apart. Fortitude with an early defend against the Fiend piercing damage. And we're grinding up to 50 food if you're happy. Is he going for a tech this time, or is it this heavy tier 2 push again?
Yeah, I'm keeping eye on the same thing as you mentioned, and in this game, yeah, the early game wasn't that good, so maybe he'll slow down with the push. We'll see about that. For now, he's making another Fiend before tier 3. You are spot on, Neo. Fiend before tier 3, guys. This is not a mistake. This is a planned activity. Happy wants to pressure on tier 2. This is how he plays Tet Fiends these days. All undeads in the Twitch chat, make notes.
Okay, but there's 8-9 footmen soon. The defense position looks a lot better for Fortitude than it was in the last game. 3.3 boots, this big damage plus 10 already on an Archmage. And Happy is still waiting for statues. Nova on the Lich, onto footmen, but he's trying to go for a surround. Doesn't work. Nice escape by Happy.
Yes, he's kiting back, he's trying to deal as much damage as possible, but footies are very close, and Archmage is working on the Fiends as well. Happy still not taking, ladies and gentlemen. Happy is investing so much into this tier 2 aggression. Is it going to pay off? We'll see about that. Remember that defense stops you a little bit less from damage taken. It was buffed by being cheaper, research is faster, but overall damage is bigger. You deal more damage to different footies than before, so that's the change. And Happy is going for Burrow before tech, mamma mia.
Wow. Okay, that will help in these fights. He would have loved to have that in the offense. Statue has to heal his life out now. Burrow will be fantastic. There's no slot currently for Dust, but maybe the laboratory can help a little bit. 40's position is so much better than it was on Northern Isles. No pressure on that second base, no kills on any workers really, and the Fiends are suffering, and the statue has to run. This is a bit problematic even before the tech is halfway done.
Yeah, but first Burrow, second Burrow. As you can see, footies are dying. Happy is using Burrow to the maximum. And as you mentioned, this is the effect of the new patch. He wants to fight with the footies more. He wants to secure his Fiends. And as you mentioned, we need reveal. We need reveal. Where is the farm on the lab? If you don't know, on this map, you can make farm on the lab even if during the day, even if the rock golem is not cracked. I think we all can agree that remote access to reveal would be handy here.
Burrow put to full effect, and the push is alive. We kited from the expansion all around this little marketplace coral reef, and now we're back at square one, but in a fortified position. We got towers up, we got the blacksmith to block, we got the archmage, we got a shop. Footmen can heal. A lot of them suffered, but a lot of them are also still alive while we drain mana of Lich and DK, and the tech is unfolding. Will we see a faster Mountain King this time?
And look at this on the bottom right, there is footman pressure. One acolyte was killed, but that's why Happy invested into Necropolis, because he needs to remake his acolyte. Happy did split his army. Lich is in trouble as well. Mr. Neo, I hope that you are clicking fast, because a lot of things are happening at the same time.
I need a lot of APM here for the camera job, that's for sure. Lich is chased away. One footy goes down. Lock the statue in the main for a little bit of healing for acolytes. But pressure is off, and this is never good for a Tet Fiend player. Mountain King...
Neo, did Did Happy forget about his acolyte? He's not making it. He's
Again!
investment.
This is the second time this series it happens. This tournament. It happened versus Focus as well. Also on Tidehunters.
He forgot that he has Necropolis. I swear. He's waiting. If he's going to make a acolyte with the Black Citadel, I don't know.
Okay.
Make it, just make it. Okay, he's making Black Citadel. Okay, this is how you make acolytes, not with some old school Necropolis. You need to make a fancy acolyte from like New York City, not from some smaller city. Okay, it needs to be fancy.
Of course, of course. Archmage Mountain King online now, tier 3 halfway done, workshops coming, 40 is on 2 bases, but he has lumber issues, so going to the shop would be quite amazing for Shredder or rebuild more workers. He's like 4 workers short. Of course, he's building a lot at the moment, but the resources seem a bit mismanaged. But what's left? In Happy. He got that Pit Lord push coming, while 40 is pressuring in his base. If you kill the Tome of Relics, there's no more statues or destroyers.
It's very true, and look at this split. Happy's defending his base with some forces and pushing workshops with Pit Lord Lich. This is crazy. MK will help a little bit with this siege, but we have 2 towers and Death Knight. There is Staff of Teleportation on the Death Knight. Let's see, he's stuffing back. He wants to, by the way, he wants to be in his base to keep his economy alive. And yes, losing workshop hurts, but it's not the end of the day.
And he doesn't lose them. He's still repairing. He might lose one with Rain of Fire, but that's supposed to kill towers.
Archmage.
Oh my god, what's going on here? This is way too crazy. Gotta be perfect on both screens. Happy is losing ghoul after ghoul. He's losing the Tome of Relics. No more statues here, and the Archmage can just walk it off. This base is an absolute shambles. Fortitude can rebuild the workshop on the right-hand side. Maybe the second workshop is also about to fall. Destroyer upgrade is through. He can morph one. Archmage is trying to stall, buy more time, get more acolytes. 40 is playing on an insane level right now.
Death Knight, is Death Knight dead? I think so!
Oh my god, he walked into the trap! He walks into his grave! And the base is broken! 40 needs insane damage into the main base of Fortitude. And Happy needs insane damage into the base of Fortitude. Little bit of repair, but the economy is still running here on the right-hand side. We go for the Haunted Gold Mine. There's nothing in this base anymore that helps him defend.
Yeah, we are coming back to the math on stream. Happy has 0 mining bases and Fortitude has 1, and that's why GG is called for the first time. Fortitude is again in this series. Oh my god.
3 series in a row, 3 maps in a row. Fortitude, the big bout machine, does it again. He had a little bit of a rough start going into this, and maybe it's an old habit that hurts Happy now. Going with the DK for the 3rd time in a row, or not in a row, but going for the DK for the 3rd time was maybe a bit too readable. We saw pretty much immediately that this was an adaptation by Fortitude, not going for the lab at all, but rather the little camp left. He knew that a DK harass would be coming. He reads Happy perfectly. He saw the timing towards the expo. He saw the split attack coming, and he went for the throat, and he went for the base, and he killed that one base that Happy had. And now it's match points for the Dolphin Championship for Fortitude. Expansion versus expansion, and the big cancel culture will be unfolding here on Autumn Leaves. 40 though, going to the middle expansion direct.
Yeah, I'm surprised a little bit as well, and yes, this is the puzzle that you're going to solve. Who is going to cancel expansions better? Happy is going to pick a safe option on the bottom right. Yes, Autumn Leaves can give, and he's chasing Acolyte. Is he going to buy Staff of Teleportation now? No, he just wanted to get rid of the Acolyte. It guaranteed him level 2. Fortitude needs to come back for the items, +2 intelligence, but +3 agility items. Not that great. And yes, who is going to cancel better? Well, maybe there will be no cancellation for now because it's one base.
Oh, yes, of course. One base rifle push towards Happy's base. This is a fast tech rifle casters, and off to the base we are. We want to be disruptive. We want to be in Happy's base once again, and he wasn't ready for that in the past couple of
Happy
series.
doesn't know. He doesn't know. He's going to the middle with his entire army. He's taking a bait.
Out of position. Fortitude again with the fake out. Now he comes back. But maybe it is a good call. Maybe it is a new answer. He sends the beetles and the ghouls into the main where there's not a single tower.
Okay, fair enough. Fair point, Mr. Happy. But Militia, we know, even God was nerfed, it's still okay. But there is a lot of beaters, I do agree. And Arcane Tower, greedy Fortitude. No Arcane Tower.
Happy's teching. No expansion. He takes care of the Acolyte and then maybe portal away, or can he defend it with Militia? This is some economy losses. Happy on one base is going to be more stable towards that rifle push.
But it's funny to me, nobody's getting lumber in this game. Happy has one ghoul on lumber and Fortitude had one worker because he needs to pull Militia all the time. But there is Shredder on this map, but yes, we are not going for Shredder now, we are fighting for the Sasquatch.
That's right. I love that Happy is teching. In the winner bracket semifinal, so we casted it together. It was expansion attempt after expansion attempt, sometimes even 4 or 5 times, but it never worked. Now, Happy is flipping a switch. Okay, then I'm not getting rich, then I get the advanced technology. And with that, only 1 point of attack for Fortitude. Soccer.
And again, yeah, no breaks for you, Neo, because fight in the human base. 1, 2, Happy is creeping with just ghouls, the green camp done. What Fortitude is doing? Cancelling the Ziggurat, killing the Ziggurat. So again, they are bringing this StarCraft 2 aspect of fighting on multiple screens here. And who is on top? For now, look at this. Happy has full mana. His Cryptlord is ready to spam a lot of beetles when he gets level 3. And Fortitude main base, he's losing a lot of units and 2 red HP ghouls are going to be chased by the rifleman.
He was out of position for a second. He gets at least one. We go to the Undead base where we try to open up the path to the Acolyte once again. The game-winning move of map 2. Now we attack the graveyard. No graveyard means no slaughterhouse. And this seems to be enough with the 2 water elementals. They deal so much damage. Happy's tech in shambles.
Yeah, but it was a little bit expensive. One footy went down, another one goes down as well. And look at this full mana. What is more scary? Cryptlord with 0 mana or Cryptlord with full mana? Of course, this is very scary. Look at this mana, Neo. There'll be so many beetles.
And Impales maybe 3.1. We're far away from level 3, but the big problem for Fortitude is no level 2 water elementals. Has to rebuild the graveyard and... oh, and all that craziness, he didn't rebuild the altar either. So he can't build a slaughterhouse, he can't go for his statues, and he can't tech either, and he can't build the second hero. This is not good for any of the players.
Yes, Happy has nothing to do now. Maybe he will scratch his head or something, you know, he has this 10-second break that's unusual for him because yes, his economy is frozen. And that's why he wants to be aggressive. He's like, okay, I have full mana. Remember, that's what I have. Maybe not tech, maybe not second hero. I have full mana.
And a lot of corpses.
And look at those summons.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah.
And is there more? There will be more in the main base. 10 workers left. He has to rebuild them immediately. No activity in the altar because the Mountain King is here.
Impale was very, very good. Beetles can't get in, I mean, from this side, but look at this, Fortitude economy is suffering. Good call by Happy. Archmage still on level 2.
Without the big water elementals, what do you do against this infestation? Mountain King is helping wherever he can, very conservative with mana as well. Rifles safe to the side, Militia call are great. We get 1 more ghoul, maybe 2, when the Stormbolt is ready in a couple of seconds. Infestation dealt with. Sanctum is up. And he didn't go for the safe call. Wants that healthy ghoul away. Okay. 33 versus 29. Happy can finally get the DK and get the slaughterhouse. But that was, I don't know, 90 seconds delayed.
And what is delayed as well is the human economy, right? We still need some lumber. And yes, Happy's just killing a lot, but not too much as well. I don't know. The question is, is Fortitude going to even think about tier 3, right, for himself, or is going to stick to tier 2 army because he has no lumber, right, so he can't really do it, but in this case, you know, he in the late game he'll have problems, so I think he'll still try to be very aggressive, but he can't be because there is still no arcane tower. This is criminal.
It absolutely is. No allowance to build a tower here in this base, apparently. Sock has shown that you can play rifles 1 base and that you can also tier 2 expand with rifles, but that was a little bit of a different game. No room to breathe for any of the players, but the tier 3 for Happy is coming closer and he puts non-stop stress on 40. I love that he keeps a priest behind to heal up the workers, so it's not easy kills.
Archmage.
Oh, surrounded. Impale! TP or dead! Oh, last second TP.
Oi, oi, oi. Thank God that we have priest, you know, because without priest this archmage would be in trouble for a long time. Creep Lord is also a little bit low, and you know who has full mana now? It's MK. Body blocks from the Beatles.
Oh
That's
God.
what is going to save Happy, or maybe not. Ay.
That was so genius, going in with the beetle body blocks, but he still laid the damage in, and all of a sudden, one hand on the trophy for Fortitude. It is insane how much damage this was out of nowhere. Happy had the answer basically with the staff, but just one hit too much. Unreal. Must have been a max damage roll. Criplord back from the tavern. 1 base, 1 base. Nobody is allowed to make mistakes anymore.
Yeah, I'm shocked, to be honest. He looked okay. I mean, it was like kinda orange HP, right? But then I still thought that there is a chance to staff back. When I saw those Beatles body blocks, I thought like, no way, this crippler will die. But as you mentioned, Happy didn't expect max damage rolls.
Invo Potion heal scroll for 40. He is still on 1 base, and with 1 base at some point you have to push and do damage, otherwise tier 3 greater tier 2. Hero levels very comparable, but Fortitude has some momentum, going for the middle. These unique camps and a big consumable. Mana Stone, heal wards. Oh my, it is a Mana Stone. That is phenomenal. And also level 3. What a heaven sent this creep spot was.
Yes, but it's tier 2 human, right? Happy is tier 3, he's operational tier 3, he has destroyers, which are not that important versus rifles, like versus other units, but still, what elementals will be dispulled. Supply is not that bad for Happy, but he needs a little bit of time. Actually, no, his leech is almost out. He's more or less ready. This game is still open, and Death Knight is level 3 and he's full mana. Let's go!
Fortitude pushing for the championship. He goes for the DK! Is he surrounded right away? He absolutely is! Invo Potion necessary! Gets him! Keeps the surround close, hold position. Can he survive 7 seconds here? If the DK falls, Happy falls, but he fights his way out! Grande escape, and this might save him game 7. All the damage was thrown on the DK, who's healed now with the potion. Big dodge of bullets, but 40 is still marching forward with lots of storm bolts thanks to that mana stone that he consumes. Big devour magic on 2 water elementals who were not split, and now we reset the fight. But where is 40's punch now with only 1 rifle remaining?
Yeah, great point. Both players use a lot of consumables, invul, mana stone, and so on, and they traded rather okay, but Fortitude with supply advantage. But we have Destroyer in the air with a lot of mana, and we are chasing. Footies are dead supply at this point. MK is dangerous, but we have Orb of Corruption. We have Happy with tier 3, while Fortitude is still on tier 2. I don't know what he can do. Probably he can't pull back and creep. Maybe he's going to try to creep Jack Happy. Maybe that is his idea. He's like a detective looking for him. Or maybe actually he will creep. But level 4 MK, not that big, like let's say level 3 Lich.
True. Level 2 Clap also. Hero focus a little bit weakened. We're not getting any tier 3 plays. We're not getting any tier 2 expansions. This is 1 base, 1 base. Another new layer to this matchup. Whew.
a lot of questions, Neo. Is Happy going to switch into Abominations? Because Abominations are pretty good versus Rifles. Is Fortitude going to try to sneaky expand? Dodri has no lumber. His head is kind of forced in this game by not going tier 3, by not expanding because of this beautiful laming. Speaking about laming, look what's happening in the human base, and Fortitude has no TP.
And no tower, has to rush to the shop, evacuate the workers. Happy, of course, can't make a mistake anymore. The base traces previously didn't go his way at all. This one is blasting through the mana. He might have another impale soon, but oh my god, is this workforce suffering? 40. Collision course, trying to prevent some of the kills. Lich got level 2 from this. And what's the big solution against the destroyers is the question. Coil Nova hits another rifle. He's taking out one damage dealer after the next.
Happy has TP. He can stay in this fight as long as he feels comfortable. So we'll see what is his decision. A Lich needs to be coiled. Oh yes, he's very fragile. He's the orb carrier. Happy says, okay, I did enough. He's teleporting out. And look at the human base.
Ravage
Infestation.
Exactly. The beetles took out every single worker that was left. We're down to 3. Dispel only on 1. Not a great usage of mana, but at least it's gone now. We have these 3 workers in the middle of the map. Unreal. Happy has the economy advantage. Happy has the supply lead, and Happy has the better tech. The stars align for a game 7 to happen.
Well, it's still not over, but I think we can agree that you are a new human player, you want to play on ladder. Making one arcane tower is a good idea. I'm not saying that it would be enough, but it would be a start.
Against destroyers, they don't last that long, unfortunately. Ooh, Happy is creeping more and more. 4-3-2. The Subi Mask Mountain King, of course, always scary with the Storm Bolt 2. Happy item is the big Invo Potion. Very, very, very good. The only thing that can lose him the game is Lost Heroes.
Well, definitely he has a fighting army. Level 4 MK is very, very, very strong with Boots of Speed. He's cosplaying Demon Hunter right now. He's looking for the Undead. He found Happy, but the rest of the army needs to connect. Lich is in trouble.
Yeah, who finds who is the question. We got an impale only on the priest, though, but he takes out both of them! Lich! Oh my god! All of a sudden he disappears! Coil wasn't ready. It was still on cooldown, and the Invo Potion was also here. Now what? We have a TP, we have Invo Potion, we got coils. No other hero should die, but just when you think that Happy got the game in the palm of his hands, 40 pulls off another trick to stay alive.
This is true. That was the only kind of way for human to come back in a meaningful way, right? As we can see, destroyers are trying to buy some time, but one rifleman is sent to the main base. It's the full wall of, by the way, so we can keep these destroyers forever in the main base. Correct me if I'm wrong. Of course, they deal very low damage, but look at this. Look at the human main base. Actually, Happy's not going to attack. Happy's busy microwing.
He's running.
Don't think about destroyers, yeah?
He's running away from the Mountain King once again. These boots might be championship purchase material. And now we TP out without losing the Lich again. That repurchase from the tavern was expensive enough. We have a re-established economy for Fortitude. We take a look at the mines. 4,100 for the human. 2,600 for Happy. So will it bite him? Will he run out first and Fortitude can muscle up a strong army eventually?
Okay, Fortitude is creeping the red camp. He is taking experience with both heroes. And what is the item on the MK? Human Aura. And Happy is not wasting any time. He's going to open his red camp. What is going to be there? He hopes for the Brilliance Aura. Let's see what's going to be there. It's not that easy to open this Granite Golem. He's pretty tough. But finally he gets it, and Close plus 12.
Not bad for the Lich, especially, most importantly, Crypt Lord going close to level 5. I think level 5 is the win condition. If you hit the Rifle Caster army with an Impale level 5 Nova follow-up, it's all dead. Crypt Lord took a lot of damage here that forced some coils. We have no coils available but a Town Portal. Can 40 do some more damage here? snack up a destroyer, maybe go for a statue. The only target is the Lich, and that is not too meaningful with the last coil of the fight. Are we engaging now? Happy loses a destroyer for no particular reason. Nerfs and another ghoul falling.
That was very unfortunate, to be honest. Happy could just teleport out immediately, you know, when he got Creepjack. But now he teleported anyway. Lost Destroyer, definitely overconfident here. And as you mentioned, Happy is making anti-ground army. What does it mean? His opponent has 0 flying units. His opponent has 0, like, spell immune units, right? There is no breakers. So, Impale and Abominations and Nova are basically this meat grinder that can grind all of those poor human units, and that's why Happy is a little bit patient. But again, supply lead for Fortitude, and MK is very close to level 5. In the meantime, of course, Archmage is level 5, and he provides a lot of value in this way.
And he would provide even more if he goes Blizzard. Clap Blizzard against Abominations.
I think army is too small, you know. Armies are kind of small, so like I like Blizzard versus Necromancers, but those Abominations quite thick, you know. They don't die easily to Blizzard, but who knows? So far we have Water Elementals. The big fight is starting. Is Happy ready?
Oh, both at 60. 3 heal scrolls for Fortitude. How is he in such an advantageous position in this game? Remarkable. Usually a position that only Happy held. We got a Berserker, we got more rifles, we got a little bit of a hurt Mountain King, but the heal scrolls should do it. Happy's biggest weapon is AoE damage. Fortitude has the answer to it. Will these Abominations do it? Both at 50%, or 2 of them at 50% already. Grande Impale, but heal scroll number 1 immediately. Nova follow-up, trying to spread the damage a little bit, trying to get the kills. Berserker is also not looking too healthy anymore. 64! The Impale is insane! We have another follow-up Nova if he so desires! Clap to answer this, and there's no heal scroll on Happy's side, rather invo potions, but what's a rifle push without the rifles?
There's mana potion on the Cryptlord, another Impale connects, but there is about it. Coil to save the Abomination. Priests are busy healing. Cryptlord is out of position. Be careful with him. Maybe he can come back. Okay, no problem here. MK is also low. HP and mana is missing there, and Happy is holding, and because of all of this laming, Fortitude doesn't have follow-up. He needs to push like this. He has nothing else to do. He can't go tier 3. And there is no level 5 MK. Another beautiful Impale. Cryptlord level 5 before MK. This game is going well for Happy.
Oh, he got 20 food lead now while mining out. Mountain King needs an invo potion very, very soon. Throws a hammer before. Deny, so there's no more experience. Archmage next on the menu. Happy holds this rifle push. Mountain King, despite an invo, gets the kill. Taps out. Happy brings it back, and we go Game 7 in the World Championship final. The unbelievable Warcraft played in front of our eyes.
Well, Warcraft 3 is a pretty well-balanced game. As we can see, we have a grand final that go into full distance, and it brings a lot of emotions. And, you know, we need to make next time bingo with possible strategies, and we are just, you know, we are going to fill the full bingo, because now we had Rifle Caster push versus Cryptlord first. Again, another exotic game in the books.
The decision! 7 weeks of Dolphin Warcraft Championship Cup is lining up to this. And this tournament only happens every once in a while. This is the highest paying tournament. This is the most prize money that we got in the scene. You know, a B Cup happens every month. It's alright. You can lose a B Cup. You can't afford to lose this one map. 7 weeks have lined up to this, the rivalry of Happy and Fortitude. Who's the best Warcraft player in the world will be answered here for the winner of the next map. The first 2 maps go to Happy, total dominance, then Fortitude throws it back, 3 wins in a row. But when pressure is the highest, Happy pulls it all together on Autumn Leaves. And now Concealed Hill, where the Don't Force Me Cup final was decided as well. The previous last big tier 1 tournament. History is a flat circle. Who takes home the crown of the DWCC? Let's go.
Yeah, Concealed Hill is a very special map. That's where Para Rifle on professional level was born by Starbuck winning versus Happy in Dubai. But in this game, it's not going to be Palio Rifle. Fortitude trust in his Archmage. And Happy is going for the Criplord. So we are going to finish. Because it's the last game, guys. There will be no game 8, I'm afraid. But I hope that this grand of the grandest finals is going to be worth it. It's going to be kind of standard game. Happy scouting. Fortitude looks like, okay, he found the Acolyte. You as human, you can go for Rogue Golem camp. But it means that you are going to play one base. In the previous game, one base play didn't end too well for Fortitude. So let's see.
Okay, while we're in the early game, let's be thankful once again to the sponsor of all of this, HF High Tune, who's also in the chat here, providing us with 4 regional qualifiers and so much content and so much competition for the best players in the world. We started with hundreds and hundreds of players who wanted to qualify. We're down to the top 2 who are on such even level. I hope you're pleased with the competition, and I hope we're gonna have this for many years to come. Archmage creeping, big item.
Yeah, well said, Mr. Neo. I just want to point out that we may see level 3 creep road 1 base versus expansion, and this is very exciting because yes, on Concealed Hill, creeping level 3 is very easy, but Fortitude can still pull back, so a lot of questions. We need more answers.
We need more answers as well. Hi Tuntun in the chat says, yeah, Don't Force Me Cup should be coming in June. I sponsored this as well. Should bring good tier 1 games. What a legend this man is. But yeah, level 3 creep route. We got an Invo Potion. Very important to not lose your hero here. Happy on the other side gets Sustain with the Ring of Regeneration. A Dream Drop as well. Footy is harassing in the main where we have an expansion attempt. But it's not Happy's updated build order anymore. It's Ziggurat. Then Haunted Goldmine, as he's stalling some time to figure out if he can expand or if he should rather tech.
Yeah, he didn't sell his item, his altar, because maybe he was anticipating one base plays, no expansion, but also no level 3 aggression. I don't know this happening, Neo, but I hope we are going to see Arcane Tower in the human maze, because I'm going to lose my mind if Fortitude is just going to die to Beetles.
That shall not be allowed. Great band, horrible summon when you're against it. We got a little clash here. Archmage surrounded, but Beetle is very hurt. Fortitude is trying to get out of it. Maybe he can open it up himself. Archmage fragile. Maybe an Impale soon. He gets the mana.
Surrounding who?
That's the question. He can't get out. He can't get out. The Crypt Lord, Impale, but there's still so much damage. Fortitude turns it around. Who is stuck with who was the perfect question. And Happy all of a sudden, coming in with momentum into Game 7, all that momentum is gone.
It's gone, it's dead. I'm scared, Mr. Neo. What the... Happy didn't check the invul? Or like what happened? He got counter surrounded. Of course, we are in at the present throne. The taverns are available 24/7. But it's so expensive. Thankfully for Happy fans. You are a Happy fan, don't worry. He has a replenishment potion and the Ring of Regen. So it's a little bit better. And Happy is looking for mistake as well. He surrounded the Archmage. That's good.
That's more damage towards ghouls. But the Impale, there's not enough mana for an Impale. Otherwise he could probably prevent a Town Portal in a crucial moment. But as it stands, we got that level 2 Water Elemental push with Footman. We're both tacking. And Happy's army is so hurt. The Footman is chasing on the left-hand side. Ghouls are falling. Beetles are falling. The revenge for what happened in the last game. If he gets the Water Elemental to the left-hand side, all these ghouls are falling, but he has another idea. Kill that shop. Down with capitalism.
What is he doing? He like Fortitude is so good. He found this spot in the undead base and he's staying there.
Yeah,
it's like, I don't know, you are going to go to the supermarket and you hide in the, I don't know, candy area during the night and you eat everything. Look at this Archmage. He's not going back. Somebody call security.
It's a flood. It's a flood in Happy's base. 3 water elementals. Archmage still. There might be an impale. He plays it safe. No easy mistake done. And Happy holds this tome, which is so important. He is on tier 2, but similar problem as we had before, that the graveyard is late. This time at least he got the altar and he can tech as well. But that was devastating. Now 40 has to heal. Up at the fountain, might be readable, but his tier 2 is done. Mountain King coming. His tech isn't late and his economy is untouched.
Huge start by Fortitude. 2 good moves. Hero surround, hero focus, and this spot. Usually Undead is opening spot like that for Slaughterhouse later, you know, to have this like hidden cave inside of the Undead base. But Fortitude, you said, you know what, that looks pretty comfy. Let me sit there, and he spent the entire day there. Nicely done. He's healthy and he's coming back.
I'm a bit scared, Soul. There's no TP, there's no invo potion, no staff, but also no mana for an impale. Creep check opportunity for Fortitude. No way out for Happy if there's no Zeppelin. So much damage again by water elementals. What can save him here? He's trying to evacuate, but the Mountain King, he brought the big guns. This is annihilation. Happy down to 24. He's losing the rock golem as well. Disaster.
Yeah, he got the experience and the item. Happy needs to do something. Happy needs the miracle. He's trying to body block one rifleman with his beetles. Happy is in big trouble, guys.
Water elemental, he was aiming for a surround maybe, but then got distracted by beetles. Invul potion moved to the Mountain King, same as Boots, so he can chase. DK is not gonna be happy to be called for this. He's going for the slaughterhouse. He's going for the slaughterhouse. He can't lose this. You need the statues. You need the destroyer. He's throwing everything into this defense. It's close, but it's not enough.
Militia is coming. Fortitude feels that he is very close to winning this game. He wants to make the shop. He wants to make the towers. Maybe he's overconfident. Look how he's microing his rifles. He's healing them, but 2 rifles are dead. Double kill. MK level up though. Supply favors Fortitude by a lot. And look at this. Who can stop him? He wants to finish this game now.
That's the big question. Lin wasn't able to. Nobody was able to. And now we have an Undead tower push tier 1 with lots of footmen into the base. Ghouls ravaged. He's going for the slaughterhouse again. No statues, no destroyer, no A-bombs, no wagons, nothing.
Yes, that one arcane tower to rule them all. Fortitude pressure continues. One fiend goes down to mighty MK. Priests are in the back. Tower is dead, but that's okay. Fortitude is still doing very well. We have tier 3. Lich is on the way. Who knows? In Orb we trust.
Oh, Happy is down 24 supply. You wanted an arcane tower, Soul. You might get it just on the opposite side of the map. Water elementals are pushing forward. Lich is at 50%. Is there any hope left for Happy? It's Footman and Priest and the heroes. And Happy soon will have no production anymore if the script falls.
Yeah, this is very true. One more fiend is in trouble. Dies to Water Elemental. There is no crypt. It's Dota. 3 heroes and items from the shop that, by the way, is being killed by Water Elemental as well. And another one is there. Orb of Corruption. Last moment. Last minute travel. But it's looking tough.
Happy can't spend his gold. He has no production. He has no shop. He can build acolytes and that's it. Stormbolt hits hard, but the coil is ready. Fortitude playing it carefully. Now erecting that arcane tower once again. When and what will be the knockout push for Fortitude? It is looking dire. Happy staring into the abyss.
It's not very comfortable position for the Undead. At least he's inside of his Undead base. He has this additional Blight regen. He's Crypt Lord, Mr. Neo, it's happening!
One Stormbolt away from glory. Where does it fall? There it is! Your old and new DWCC champion. The big bout machine does it again. Fortitude is on the top of the Warcraft world.
That's crazy. Congratulations, Fortitude. Huge tournament. Remember, he started 0-2. And he said, oh no, I'm not going to give up that easily. Congratulations, well deserved.
What a monster this guy is. This guy doesn't play many tournaments in the past 4 months, having the World Championship title under his belt, playing show matches, all right, but never a B Cup. And then comes a patch that's supposedly nerfing human a lot. And this guy says, oh, all right, oh yeah, it's tier 1 tournament time again. Patch? What patch? I don't freaking care. I eliminate everyone in my path. Fortitude didn't drop a single series. Fortitude eliminated Lin. Fortitude eliminated Lawliot, Happy twice, and also the best Night Elf in Kaho. Fortitude has once again defeated absolutely everyone, and he is the best player in the world today. Look at
amazing Warcraft. What I can tell you, amazing Warcraft, okay? That's my conclusion.
40 stream is up.
I'm refreshing. Yeah, really? Okay.
Yeah. 40 stream is up.
Okay, Mr. Neo, let's give the stage to the Fortitude, right?
For sure. He deserves all the praise in the world. Look at the emotion once again. He looks so exhausted. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, playing human is hard.
This means so much to him. If someone can translate what he's about to say, please let us know. Such an interesting tournament. Both players gambled a lot in this final, but I'm the final man standing. I'm the number 1 in the world.
Who can stop me?
He said the thing!
I am the champion! Who can stop me?
No one. No one. Thank you, Mouse Breeder, for the translations. You can see
我
that...
就问一句，还有谁？中国人族是最牛逼的，中国魔兽就是世界魔兽的中心。
Alright, he's thanking his supporters now. Maybe we can translate a little bit. Mouse Breeder, thank you so much for the translations. Let me see. You saw it in text form already. I'll pull it up once again. You can see that Happy made a lot of preparations, thinking and strategy, but do you think I have no planning of my own? Where's my determination? I felt my heart beating so fast. 0-1, 0-2. But do you think my Archmage is a joke to get trapped in your base? No way! And I asked the last question, who else? China Warcraft 3 is the best. It's the center of the world of Warcraft. I defeated players from all over the world. This series, I gave him a lead and make a comeback. Are you stunned? Can you believe it? What a great tournament winner he is, man. So sick. So sick. What a tournament it was. Once again, mega shout out to HF High Toon for this entire journey, for putting it all together. He came into the chat afterwards saying, thanks everyone for watching this DWCC Season 2. I hope that Don't Force Me Cup and DWCC Season 3 will bring even more interesting games. The big supporter of Warcraft 3 esports in the chat here, High Toon, where would we be without you? Unbelievable support, and we can't wait. Don't Force Me Cup is apparently coming in June. Don't Force DWCC Season 3 is confirmed. This looks pretty damn good then so far for the upcoming weeks of Warcraft. Of course, we're going to bring War 3 Champions Finals back as well. But yeah, for today, that's it. B Cup will continue as well in early May, basically in a week from now, with qualifiers. Fortitude is celebrating for a while on his stream. You can find the link on Liquipedia as always.
And yes, thank you for casting opportunity. And Mr. Neo, that was the beautiful Warcraft. What a beautiful thing. And I'm glad that we are all here and we are able to enjoy this together. Shout out to the Twitch chat. Shout out to you. Shout out to everybody that likes Warcraft 3. Thank you. Have a nice Sunday.
Soul, thank you very much for joining us and for everything you do in the entire scene. Casting pretty much every day. Ladder or tournaments or GNL or whatever there is. Follow this man if you haven't yet, here on Twitch and also on YouTube, of course. What a backbone for the scene you have become, and what a shining light for the scene you are. And it was great fun, great insights as well. Thank you, Soul. For me, this concludes a long grind with DWCC qualifiers and War 3 Champions finals, and Dach Inferno is still running, and B Cup. I'm taking the afternoon off, everybody. Tomorrow is FFA night. Tuesday and Wednesday is Dach Inferno, where we have the last play day, or the second last play day before the finals, and then a couple of streams in between to keep the streak running and to catch what's up on the ladder. Thank you very much for tuning in masses. Follow us everywhere if you like what we do and want to enable us to continue doing what we do. Back to warcraft.com/support. If you see us on YouTube, every like and every comment and every interaction with the content is helping us a ton. So this would be wonderful. And yeah, new overlay is finishing soon. Sol and I are cooking something up for very soon as well. So more content here. Leave us both a follow. It's worth it. And now, who can stop him? No one. Congrats to Fortitude, the old and new King of Warcraft 3.